I'll tell you an interesting story. There's a guy named Sil Sosnowski over here who used to work with Papa John's, and years ago I was in a room with John, and I'm laying out a strategy and he asked me, I said, John, why are you successful? And he said, well, I do a lot of great things, and he's doing the commissary, and he's doing this, and I'm totally uninterested in what he's saying, which he notices. He says, you're practically looking out the window. And then he says, I spent a lot of money on Dino's sauce. That's exactly what he said. And I said, all of a sudden I said, you have Dino's sauce? He says, yeah. And I said, you do have Dino's sauce? He said, right. And I said, mind if I make a call, John? And he said, sure. I happen to know who Dino was, and I happen to know his sauce. Dino is the guy who supplies all the sauce for the mom and pop pizza companies all around the country. And Dino had told me he doesn't sell to the chains. Doesn't sell Pizza Hut, doesn't sell Domino's, because he doesn't have enough of it. So it's all because it's fresh packed sauce. And the big guys remanufacture their sauce. They add water, stuff like that. So I called Dino. I said, I got a guy here who says he's got your sauce. And you told me you don't sell chains. And Dino says, is that young John? He says, yeah. I said, yeah, well, he started as a mom and pop store, and I kept selling him the sauce. I said, you're kidding. I said, well, thank you, Dino. Hung up. And that conversation led to, I said, John, that's your story. Better ingredients, better pizza. That's the deal. Because you got the sauce. That's the cornerstone of the idea. And John, to his credit, said, is that it? I said, that's it. And off he went. I mean, I made that presentation to his people in the room, and eventually they all were convincing it. And he says, after 15 minutes, and this is terrific, he says, all right, I've heard you all. Does anybody in this room have a better idea? Silence. He said, well, that's it. Off we go. And John has been doing better ingredients, better pizza for what, 8, 9, 10 years now. And it has helped really made him stronger and stronger. So, I mean, the stories are there, but sometimes you have to kind of figure it all out. Untold story.